guys, today is finally the day we are going to install this badass Strange S60 for an F-body. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We were down here at J&J Fab. They're kind of having their after-win party, if that's what you want to call it. They won the 2018 PWRA Pro Nitrous Championship, and they're just kicking it. I don't know if you could see them over there. They're just watching the race again, just shooting the shit, drinking some beers, eating some steaks. And we're over here working. I got Ben with me today because we're going to install this badass S60 into the salted chicken. So I'm going to get some good shots of this. I'm super excited. We're going to get it unpackaged of what little packaging is left on there, kind of highlight everything that's on it. A lot of the stuff you can't see because it's in it, but this rear end is pretty much a dream for me. I was looking for a rear end for the car, and Strange was kind enough to, you know, sponsor me, get behind me, back the build, and I'm more than happy to show off this awesome piece. It's honestly a shame that you can't see what's inside of here because that's where all the goodies are. I'm not going to get into details on what's the setup on this just yet, but a little bit later, once we get ready to put it in, get everything on there, we are going to talk about how awesome and badass this piece truly is. Big shout out to Strange Engineering. Be sure to check them out because they are a huge part in the salted chicken build. Got this thing up in the air. And Ben, say what's up. Ben was kind enough. You'll see Ben's in a lot of videos because he just loves a race car, and that's what we're doing. We're building a race car, and he's more than happy to come out here and give me a hand. So we're having a blast. Let us get some stuff set up, and once we get everything set up, unboxed, ready to kind of show you guys what we got going on, we'll get into it. So we were getting the rear end together, and Jason, you're putting in work, dude. I am.
Somehow I got suckered into this.
Literally wearing your Cowmaro stuff, decked out. I mean, you literally go in the description below and you can get all of this stuff right there. And yeah, so we got this nice, awesome. Hat. Oh, he's got the hat, and we got the LS Nasty hat. We got the LS Nasty.
Got it around wrong.
All right, we got the Strange S60 kind of going together. It came with the brakes and everything on there. So this is their two-piece brakes. Got the 40 spline axle. Right now it has a 410 gear in it, which may or may not be liked.
Don't forget the 5,500 horsepower heim joints.
We will not break this torque arm.
They will not break.
Came with them top fuel heim joints.
It's not gonna break. I swear to God, it's made on top fuel.
How impressive is this, though? Honestly, I've never seen a heim joint that size.
Really? You're not gonna break that ever.
So the S60 is paired up with the Spawn, pretty much the Spawn catalog. So we got the short torque arm, on-car adjustable.
You did? You gotta start over.
Turbo. It's not a smoke filling everywhere. Won't move.
Bob, what'd you break?
I think he blew it. You need to get that. He's out
blew
there.
something up.
Hold on. Hold on.
He's a non-turbo. Are you going home? Yeah.
Dude, that shit. That's just absolutely
Dude, you're talking about a guy who had a 92 F250 diesel. He's coming to my house. You know what happens? His tie rod comes off. The tie rod breaks off. Tire goes like this. He goes through a guy's yard, slides in his yard, messes up the dude's yard. He gets back, he kicks the wheel back straight, shoves it back up in there, uses some tie wraps to hold it straight, and drives the rest of the way here.
So now that Jamie's gone, we could talk for a second about this wonderful, awesome rear end. So this is, like I said before, this is the Strange S60. That's actually what's going into the salted chicken. So this is a little bit different than a factory rear. It's set up with all the factory connections, so you can run this with a factory application. This is narrowed 3 inches on each side, and other than that, it's pretty much just has every upgrade that you can get. We got the Cowmaro yoke. It's got the Pro 410 gears in there. It's 40 spline axles, and then it's got their two-piece brakes with the 5/8 studs and 40 spline axles, like I said before. So this thing, we're not going to hurt this thing. No. We're going to throw all the power at it. And it's going to take it. And like I said, Strange is a huge part in this build and moving forward. So everyone check out Strange Engineering in the description below. We're going to show you guys how this gets installed in the vehicle. We put everything together on the car on jack stands, as you can see, not underneath the car. So with the lower control arms, the torque arms, and the panhard bar on there, we're going to put factory shocks on it, factory springs on it for now, and that will just allow us to roll it around. We're going to go to a different race style, race valved adjustable shock setup. For now, we're just going to get this sucker in there And we got some other goodies to go along with this. We have some RACECAR mini tubs here, and the adjustable shock mounts. And then if we go over here, underneath the car, we have these subframe connectors. So J&J Fab's a huge help with this build. They're doing all like the fabrication work. As I showed in the other video, they have the tubular front end on there, and we got the motor plate here that's going to go in shortly, and we have a power glide that's going to go in this car. So it's coming together quickly. Strange Engineering is a huge help this. I got a TRZ Motorsports anti-roll bar coming in as well. So we are covered top to bottom, front to back on suspension. We're going to have the best suspension. Would you say the best suspension? I mean, I got every part on here is a really, really solid part.
Yeah, no, it's going to be, I mean, ready to rock pretty much.
And that's what we're looking for. Getting under here, what do we got going on? Just everything stock?
We have to undo the whatchamacallit, the brake.
All the sensors we can
Park and brake cable.
rip out.
We can cut them.
Yeah. Cut the park and brake cables.
Got a stock F-body rears, might be the grossest thing ever.
I know, because they're body mounted. Hey, look at that fuel filter there.
Damn, she's an OG. Rusted to hell.
AC.
Can you believe I was gonna leave this car with like put a cam in the LS1?
You should have.
In a converter in the, no, then I would have been like you.
That'd have been like $2,500 better to the good.
He bought that engine.
Can't believe the dude I sold it to still got. He's paid me for it and it's sitting in my shop still.
Is it leaking still?
Oh yeah.
Transmission fluid everywhere.
Oh yeah.
All right, Ben, explain the process of how we're gonna get this factory rear end out of here. What are we taking off first?
Everything.
Well, I need an order. Give me an order. So first we're gonna take off the panel bar.
Well, I'm doing a little bit. Jason's doing a little bit. We're just. He's taking the sway bar off.
Alright, so as you guys can see, we got the lower control arm hanging down. Just one bolt right there. We pulled it out on each side. So we got both lower control arms out. We got the panhard bar out. What else do we have to do? Just the
shock and the sway bar.
Shock and the sway bar, and then this rear end is ready to come out. Now, while we have this rear end out, we're going to take the factory gas tank out because we're not going to run a gas tank. We're going to run a fuel cell. More than likely a 2 or 3 gallon up front under the engine bay. Lightweight race car stuff. No need to run a fuel tank. No need to run fuel lines underneath the car. Everything's going to be right up front where you need it. The car's a little rusty because it's a New Jersey car. That's why it's called the Salted Chicken. Got a little rust, got a little salt on it. But everything's going pretty smooth right now. Just got to get those shocks and the sway bar, and we're ready to drop this sucker out. The sway bar endling's cut. Now we just got to go up top, hop in the car, and then undo the shocks. And
let me get these.
Oh, we're just going to cut all the brake lines now.
Those fuel lines. You gonna keep those fuel lines?
Well, no. I want to drop the tank today because our other tank has a hole in it, but I'm not sure how much fuel is in this thing. I can't imagine much.
That's the spare tire.
Yeah, this is not.
The spare tire's over here. That's the T-tops. Look at that. You gonna leave that on there?
What the hell is that?
Muffler sport, man.
Oh god, no. No, we got to do something about these. These frame rails look heavy as hell.
You need to get under here with a wire brush is what you need to do.
Yeah, I'll have it looking right before it comes back, I promise.
You get Wes under here with a rattle can, like graffiti it up.
So what we're doing now is we're jacking up the rear end. The only thing that's holding it on are the actual shock supports. So as we loosen these, the rear end will settle down. There's only a couple other things that are holding it on right now. You're looking at the e-brake cable, and just although the brake lines are gonna be hooked on there too, huh?
Yep.
But we're just gonna let all those suckers fly and leak brake fluid all over Jason's shop.
Yeah. Right now the rubbers are holding it.
Oh, she's hanging on, but oh.
Heads up!
Some 10 bolt.
Little rust.
Slight rust. You guys can honestly buy this from me for next to nothing. Jason, you name a price of what it's for sale for, and that's what I'll sell it as.
50 bucks.
50 bucks, you can have it. Everything. Torque arm, lower control arms, coil spring. No, I can't get the springs, but you can have the shock. Nice. What it looks like it's out of a dump truck.
You wanna go back down?
Shit we don't need. Coming
Bump
off.
stop.
Weight reduction.
Everything we don't need is going to be coming out right now.
I believe
And
the bump stops are, I'm not sure if they're a 13 or a 15.
13.
what is that?
That's the Godzilla.
Hold on, a slight intermission from the action here.
Godzilla awakened.
Oh, it's just smoking like crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody awoke Godzilla.
Oh my god. Look at his ass. Those headers are not going to clear. Hey, that thing is smoking. Look at him. He's
Look at the beer can. Zoom in on the beer can on the back.
look at the door. He's working the door because it's filling up with smoke in there.
What happens when rednecks meet race cars?
The butt and now what is that? Is that a beer can just like
That is the natural light.
Just
this
welded.
Is Godzilla. We've kept Godzilla hid for like all summer. This is Godzilla.
is he just gonna sit there and rev it or take it out? Wave him on, give him some hand signals.
In the oil war.
Look at all the smoke coming up. Oh, he saw the hand signals. That thing bogged down.
Too much tire, not enough.
Look at him, look at him. God, he just took that corner like, oh my god.
Is that oil smoke or?
Listen to him clearing that thing out. Hey. Uh-oh. Oh, shut the door.
Hold on.
God dang. He is an idiot. Jamie.
Yeah, people need to watch out.
Where'd you go for a second? Godzilla's out here.
Woo! You heard the roar.
Is that what it was?
It's coming after Cowmaro.
Wait, it bogged down the first time. You didn't have enough nuts on that thing.
Oh, it wasn't warm enough.
Oh, is that what it was?
wasn't warm
You're like a
enough.
bracket car, huh?
I had to get the temperature up.
Well, hey, just so everyone knows, that was done on a private closed road in Mexico.
Exactly.
Perfect. Great job.
That's
Great job. All right, so we are taking some stuff off, and because I'm behind the camera, I need you guys to vouch. Hey, I did take a bolt or two out.
A 7mm. Here it is.
That's my contribution to the build.
I'm coming over to work today.
So this is all the stock stuff we don't need: exhaust hangers, bump stops, everything like that. We are stripping it down. We got the upper panhard bar out right now so we can drop the gas tank. And we're not running this gas tank like I said before, so we're just chipping away, knocking everything out of here. Just a wonderful burnout by Jamie. Jamie's just feeling he's feeling himself today, he really is. And they're taking another Pro Mod out of the trailer and getting it in the shop here. So soon this will be categorized as a Pro Mod, soon enough. So we are at the point now where we got everything out ready for this strange S60 to go in the car. Like I said before, I can't stress enough how badass this piece is and how nice it is just to have something that bolts right up and everything bolts up to it perfect. Had no issues getting everything on. And one thing that I do really like is the powder coating on it. A nice black finish. It's kind of a shame that you just wrap this thing up and you can't see it anymore, but we got everything on it, ready to go in there right now. We're going to get it set in the car so we can get everything back rolling, get some wheels and tires that are going to fit with the narrowed rear, and then we'll have a roller again and get it ready to go on to the next stage of its life. On and the lower panhard bar on there, and the rear end is kind of sitting loosely, I would say, in position. So now you guys can see the difference between that factory torque arm and the short torque arm. As you can see, it's much shorter and comes with its drive shaft loop. So we're getting everything buttoned up in here. Spawn Performance stuff is super nice because for one thing that I am super in love with is it's on-car adjustable. So as you see, double heim joints on each side. That will work, and God, those are just some beefy heim joints right there. Ben, what are you doing up there right now?
Trying to get this thing bolted up.
Alright, so we got two jacks here working on this torque arm. It's kind of being a pain in the ass, but we got this side in for the torque arm slash drive shaft loop. We don't have wheels and tires, so we're not going to be able to set this on the ground, but we are just planning to get everything in here suspension component wise, and boy oh boy does it look a lot different from factory. Alright, so this is pretty much a wrap. We got the Strange S60 installed in the vehicle. Absolutely killer. Looks amazing. I love the brakes, dude. I cannot get over the brakes. And like I said, I mean, this rear end, it was super easy. Everything bolted right up. It went in no time. We spent more time taking all the other stock crap out, and it's just everything with all the factory mounts and the factory locations, just the perfect. I mean, you saw us, we did it on jack stands here. We probably did it in not even half a day, and we were just shooting the shit half the time. So I give the Strange S60 on install. Now, we haven't got to the performance side yet, but if it's anything like the install, it's going to be absolutely killer. But the Strange S60, I give it 5 thumbs up out of 5. I mean, if that's even something you could do. Ben, what would you say? It's not, it's just simple, slap it in there, everything goes, it's strong, it's gonna hold up, and it looks good. What more, honestly, what more could you ask for?
So easy caveman can do it.
So that's awesome. Big shout to Strange, like I mentioned before. Everyone go down there and check them out. If you are on the market or interested for a rear end for your F-body, they're definitely the guys you gotta go to. Check them out, the link will be in the description below. We're ready for the next step. I got some wheels on the way. I can't reveal any of that yet, but Jamie is going to get to work on this since I brought him more parts. He has the Wolf Racecraft through floor subframe connectors to install, coil spring adjustable height thing, whatever you want to call it, and mini tub. So after we get that back, we're going to take this back and we're going to hole saw. But dude, just look at it right now with the front end. It looks absolutely sick. It's going to look stupid once we get everything painted and everything's nice and one color and get all the rust and the leaves cleaned up. Come on, I mean, this is just, it's a shame that I let it be like this. But we are plugging away on the salty chicken. We work during the week, we work on the weekends, we work at night. This is what we do to get the cars ready. This thing will be ready in. It's going to, Ben, I've said it before, I said this is going to be the fastest car of any YouTuber out there. Easy.
Yeah, easily.
Light work for the salty chicken. I do want to thank you guys all for watching. Check out J&J Fab. They've been super helpful. We're down here at their shop working. Ben, awesome job. Thank you for all your help. And be sure to go and get you some Cowmaro merch and some LS Nasty merch. LS Nasty's doing a giveaway when we get to 500 followers on Instagram and 1,000 followers on Instagram. We're going to give away some merch. So go be sure to check out LS Nasty on Instagram. It's literally simple. It's ls.nasty. You can't go wrong there. Other than that, we will see you guys next time.